Let me briefly explain you subjective segmentation or cluster analysis. In case of cluster analysis, your task is to figure out which are the objects which are similar. This is the case where you have been given some toy, their shape, their color, their make. Shape is like triangle, circle, all those things. Color you have red, blue, all those things. And make you have these are made of metal or plastic. And the task that has been given to you, that find objects, observations which are similar. You can call these are observations or these are objects. So in cluster analysis, your task is to find observations which are similar. Now, what is the whole idea? The idea is that when you group them together, this should be homogeneous within group. What does it mean? That each object in the group should be similar to each other, and the groups should be quite distinct. So each group should appear distinct from other group. Or in other words, you can say that any object of one group should be quite dissimilar to any object of other group. Now think of, if you decide just shape, that you will just be bothered with the shape, you can actually make group like this. You can say PAB all are triangle, right? PAB is triangle, QXYZ are all circle, R and Z are rectangle. So this is how you will make the group. Now if you are right now you are just bothered with the shape, so you can say all these are similar because all these are triangle, all these are circle, all these are rectangle, and each object of this group is quite dissimilar to each object of any object of this group. Each object of this group is similar to any object of this group. So within group you have homogeneity, between group you have heterogeneity. That's what is clustering. Now consider one more thing. You consider shape, you get this kind of cluster. PAB came one place. If you would have considered color, you would have got a different cluster. Now if you think of some of the thing like which was here, QXYZ is in circle in one group, now that has come in a different group. QX is here, YC is here, because their color is different, right? I mean, now you are doing based on color, so you have one color here, one color here. So you got a different grouping altogether. Or if you would have considered both shape and color, you would have got graph like this, right? Group like this, where you would have got QX one side, YC one side, because these are red as well as circle. These are blue and circle. So point that I am trying to say, that group is, there is no dependent variable kind of thing. I mean, if you consider what you are doing in classification tree, you had a dependent variable outcome y(n), and that's why there was a science that okay, which are the variable you should be taking so that you can develop it in the best possible way. Here there is no objective function, there is no dependent variable. The only task that you have is that which are the observations which are similar, or you can say which are the objects which are similar. And you have the choice of taking with any variable. Whatever attribute you will select, whatever variable you will select, you will get group like that. And these groups will be homogeneous on the selected attribute only. Right now it is appearing quite homogeneous. Okay, this is circle as well as red, so Q and X are exactly similar. But the moment you start taking third variable, for example, if you take Q and X, you take the third variable, say they are dissimilar because one is metal, another is plastic. So what I'm trying to say, that you take different attribute, you will get different groups. These groups are homogeneous based on selected attributes only. Also, the more attribute you will take, you will require more and more cluster. If you are taking just one attribute, say color, only 2 groups were sufficient. You were taking shape, only 3 groups were sufficient. The moment you took both of them, You got actually, if you think of, you actually have got 6 group, because if there is any object which comes here below, which is triangle and blue in color, you will have to create another group. So more the attribute that you will take, more the groups you will have to create, and then each group will be homogeneous within and heterogeneous across.